Germany. We're in the heart of motor racing in Europe. The Nürburgring, the GP circuit this week. A lot of people's favourite. A lot of people hate it. It's going to be interesting racing, and we can't wait to get started. Now, joining me this week is LP Armands. How are you, Armands?
Very good, mate. Very good. Looking forward to tonight's little races. It should be really good entertainment for everyone to come. I'm sure we'll actually do a great job of actually telling everyone what's going on. So
it's going to be super interesting races. It's this track is notoriously difficult to pass on, but it's very easy to make mistakes. So it should be very exciting. And doing our standard visuals tonight and doing always a great job is Black Sugar.
Great, thank you very much. I love the intro. You guys are always so pleasant. You're so it's a lot more pleasant than when you're on the track. That's for sure.
We start off nice, mate. We always start off nice.
That's right.
You just don't want to hear what we say when you're not around.
No, that's right. Yeah. Now
this week, yes, go
ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, sorry, carry on. Well, where are we racing?
The Nürburgring GP circuit.
And so I was going to bring up that track,
Germany.
And you know what? And I bet I haven't even got the track. Have I got the track up? I don't know.
Good afternoon, Zuzu. I'm just saying hello to all the people in the chat. And Wrestler's in there, Knuckles is in there, and Bummy Cakes looks like is in there as well. Hello guys, welcome aboard.
Right. Oh, here we go. Okay. Holy moly!
The
all right,
Pac-Man drops a 56.9 in warm-ups.
Oh, very nice.
Not a bad lap.
So here we go. I managed to get.
Armands is out on track because he's not practicing. He hasn't done any practice all week, so he's out on track in his Beamer trying to get some quick laps in before the race starts.
Have you been able to break the 2 minutes yet, Armands?
I'm down to a 57.4, mate. So.
Yep. Well, we'll start off with our weekly edition of Can You Guess the Corners?
Yeah. Name this corner.
Yeah. Can you name any of these corners?
I can name some of them.
So you know what turn 1 is?
So I can't remember what is it. Dunlop curb?
No, that one is. No, that's turn 8.
I know turn 2, 3, and 4 is the Mercedes Arena.
Yep, perfect, well done.
And then you have Dunlop curb, Schumacher S's.
Schumacher S is just before the Dunlop. Yep.
Next, and then Dunlop curb.
Kumo.
And then Kumo, yep. And then.
Well, the stream should have caught up by now. Now you should be able to read it.
Coca-Cola curb. My eyes aren't that good. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. So final turn is Coca-Cola curve. That's interesting. So first curve was Castrol S.
Castrol S.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So anyway,
They're
and
all
now
just lefts and rights to me, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's good though because
and there's one up the back called Wooston Hogan Vegan or something. It's like the little kink on the back straight.
Hards and Becks Bogan.
Arts and Bitbogan.
Arts and Becks Bogan. My apologies to any Germans out there. Now, I was going to bring up the leaderboard, but I didn't get my shit together this week, and I haven't even updated it. So
we're all human, my friend.
Yeah.
We're all human.
Yes.
So Wrestler's in the Supreme Machine. So Bobby reckons in the Mercedes. He's got all his money on Wrestler winning by under 5 seconds.
Maybe I should jump out of this lobby, eh? Just check out so they can make a start when they're ready.
Yes.
I'm down to a 57.2 now though, mate, so I'm getting better.
Yeah, you're getting there, yeah. 5 minutes worth of practice and you're already down to a 57.2, so...
Yeah. I'll get
I
to
think
your
we might have a competitor for the biggest sandbagger here to compete with DJ Swinger.
Well, DJ Swinger's not even in the lobby with 3 minutes to go. He did put a comment that he wants to watch his beloved Collingwood before the game.
Well, he's probably got
here
Eddie
he is.
McGuire around at the DJ Swinger mansion.
I reckon so.
You know?
Yeah,
So
well, he's
you never know.
just rocked in right now. So You must have heard us. So 2 minutes to go to countdown.
Or they're behind by 19 goals as per normal, and he's just spat the dummy. One of the two.
I did notice that his beloved Collingwood were down by 19 points when I come in here in turn time, which was
19
a great
points.
sign.
See, they're doing well.
Yeah, well, GWS had a pretty good run. So, but back to motorsport. What do you reckon we will actually see today? Because I reckon there's a couple of good people in here that can actually shake a few things up on this track. And the big question, it's random weather. Will we finally get some rain this week?
I mean, the rain here it's very unpredictable, the weather here, and I haven't been in any lobbies at all this week that have shown any rain at all.
Yep.
So I just don't know if the weather multiplier is maybe messing things up a little or something. But I have not been in one practice lobby all week that had any kind of rain. But that doesn't mean that it can't happen today.
That's
so
right.
it's going to be very interesting. It's a 20-minute lap, 5-minute qualifier. I'd love to see the rain in qualifying. That would be.
Wouldn't that sort some guys out, mate?
Fantastic, wouldn't it? We as we wait for everyone to join in.
To tick in.
Actually, quite interesting. You look at the sky; it looks cloudy.
It does.
But anything can happen, as we say. So.
Souls is doing his normal medium tyre trick like he did last week. Someone remind him that there he is. He's got it. He's all over it this week, mate.
And what would you, out of all these cars, what would you say would be the preferential car to actually have?
Is anyone in the Porsche? No. If it's not the Porsche, then it'd be the Mercedes.
Now, hang on. What about the Ferrari? Come on, Ferrari will just get in front of everybody in that first race and then just hold everybody up.
Because it's got a massive, like, Kardashian-sized ass.
Well, that's how I'm planning on winning it anyway.
It's impossible to get past. Ferrari is going to be good off the line, and if Packer can get it qualified near the front, that thing will launch off the line really quickly because it is a grid start for this race, and he's going to be very difficult to get past. Like, that car gets out of the corners really well. It's very hard to get beside it in a braking zone because it is very good under the brakes as well. But yeah, it's all going to come down to that. I mean, the GTR is good here as well. It's kind of good everywhere. But my money would be on the Mercedes if no one's in the Porsche.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. Like, I think the Ferrari itself's definitely got merit, and as you made a comment, it is very hard to pass here. You either got to have someone helping you to get past, or understanding that you're the type of driver that's just going to slot it in there. And probably best to stay in my race. Prefer not to see that. Prefer to see patient drivers. So, as I've been reminded in this chat beforehand, that
I would like to know, how do you get someone to help you pass?
Well, if you like them enough, you'll let them pass, mate. But
I see what you mean. Gotcha.
You know,
yeah,
you need a little bit of coordination with another driver. Like sometimes you know you're a bit slower. So.
I think that another good way to pass here is to wait for if there's two cars in front of you, wait for them to battle and make a mistake, and you can sometimes, you can sometimes take advantage of that. But when it's one-on-one battle with two cars, it's very difficult to get beside someone in a braking zone. Like, you have to dive. Like, there's no other way to pass here unless someone makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. I think what you say is true, because Sugar does that to us every week. Mate, let's bet you have an argument, and then he's a benefactor at the end of it all.
Yeah,
I love it. It's
sits
great.
Back and rubs his hands together and goes, "Oh, Almonds and Viper are at it again."
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. I'll just wait. I'm a patient driver. Now they're coming up to finishing the outlap. What do you want to ride on with? Wrestler? in the Mercedes. You reckon that's going to be the car to beat?
Yeah, give it a crack. Maybe run through the field first, so we can just have a
we
quick
can
chat
do
through
that.
the field while they cut a lap. So.
Yeah, we got Parrot out in front there with the Lexus, in the Jim Beam Lexus. We got Packer in the Hog's Breath Ferrari.
After that, we've got Soul Slayer in the V-Power, Shell V-Power Lexus, and then old Dodge Viper with old NJS 555, old Neil.
We got Wrestler in the AMS Excavations Mercedes, and DJ Swinger in the DJ Swinger GTR. Then
we've got one of my favourite liveries in this division in Broken Spoke in his Mercedes there. It's a cracking livery. And
that's a great one.
100%. And then Straw's quite a sexy little livery too in his Supra. So following it up there.
That car could be a bit of a handful here down the straight too. That thing's very, very fast in a straight line. So it might be the one car that could potentially make some moves down into turn 1.
There's Parrot going on time. He's about to come up to the third sector now. He's 127.2. So he's fastest one I'm seeing through the field at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's a one-lap dash.
So. Yeah, at the moment, Spoke's up on Parrot's time with a 126.7 at that split. So
it'll be interesting to see what pace Broken Spoke has. He hasn't been racing a lot this season, so it'll be interesting to see what his pace is.
He's an old hand at it, mate. Don't worry about him.
57.1. Swinger with a 57.2. Wrestler.
Okay, it spoke right up to the top.
57.
Oh, close-ish.
Parrot's on top.
Straw.
Straw.
That Supra.
That Supra is going to be a handful, I think.
Definitely. Congratulations, old Utrolic.
Yeah, I think that's his first pole for the season, so very nicely done.
What do you think about the track limits on this track, Viper?
Yeah, they're not too harsh. I think if you get a penalty here, you probably kind of deserve it. It's not like, Monza or where were we the other week? That's Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, it's a killer. It's a killer.
You have to work really, really hard to get a track penalty here. So if you do get one, you've definitely gone astray.
I must say that one at Red Bull Ring you well and truly deserved.
Yeah, thanks for that.
No worries. And I was quite relieved when you got it. So.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But yeah, the boys are having a few shenanigans out there at the moment, mucking around on track.
Just deleting some tyres off the back of their cars.
Yeah.
So qualifying has come through, and we are Utrolic Shore, C1 Parrot, Broken Spoke, the great time there, 57.2, Swinger with a 57.2, Wrestler, Packer with a 57.5. Gonna have to watch that Ferrari from the third row of the grid. That'll be an interesting one to watch. Soul Slayer and NJS in the Viper.
What's the takeoff on the Supra like?
Fairly average, like not terrible, but not great.
Yep.
I think the Mercedes is probably going to be the next best car, but the Viper's good too. So
it'll actually be quite interesting. There's a bit of a mix in these cars here, which is enough to actually mix it up a little bit.
They're off and running here. They've gotten a great start. Utrolic's gotten a great start there off the line. Where's the Ferrari? Down the inside. Packer down the inside. And DJ Swinger and Wrestler. It's 4 wide. And Neil has come through and just taken advantage of all their mischievous actions.
Broken Spoke got spun from there and in his rear field after that.
Oh, should we? Let's see if we can get those. Oh, look at that. We've got replays back again. Oh,
Excellent.
no.
It's amazing what happens when you delete all your stuff.
Yeah, that's right. When I clear my cache, it actually works.
Yes. You Hydraulic out instruct. There's a half-second gap there to C1 Parrot. CS Packer in third in the Ferrari is harassing the back of Packer. Got NJS in the Viper, and he's causing some roadblocks there for Soulslayer in the Lexus. Swinger in the GTR, and Wrestler, our two Division 2 leaderboard combatants here side by side, as Swinger just runs a little bit wide there, coming out of that corner and runs a little bit into the gravel, but holds it nicely. Comes through there, and we've got Wrestler behind him and Broken Spoke bringing up the rear in that Mercedes. He's going to catch up to those guys pretty quickly, I think. Back to the front. Hydraulic runs a little bit wide down in there, and he's coming through Wooston Hogenbegen. I can't remember what that name of that corner is, but
Something.
that sounds solo.
Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like, yeah, he just got a little bit excited on the gas. Yeah, and spun himself. Now that was...
It's easy to do.
He did it all himself. Yeah.
We have Hydraulic out in front, C1 Parrot, Packer in the Ferrari, and Neil's just holding up Soulslayer. And that's bringing DJ Swinger into the mix for that 4th, 5th, and 6th battle. As, they come around the bottom of the lowest point of the course there and start to climb back up the hill towards the Schumacher S's. And we've got any really close battles on track. It's just everyone's kind of spaced out a little bit.
This is where I think Souls needs to be a bit smarter and just set up a corner and really get the run on him on a back straight or something like that. And just place his car in position and say, mate, well, sorry, I've got here first.
The problem is you got to catch up to that Viper.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, true.
The thing is so good out of a corner and down the straight. It's just really hard.
Yeah.
To get beside him.
Well, I don't know too many good Vipers myself. But
Yeah, me either. They're usually normally really crap people, but you know, occasionally you get a good one.
Yeah, yeah. There's an odd one around.
Yeah. To come down into turn 1, and the Viper's it's just got enough legs just to pull out that gap, and it's good enough under the brakes to hold it, so it just lacks a lot of speed through the flowing corners.
And that's where he's got to maximise, if you ask me. Really
Yeah, I
needs to look at it and say, righto, this is exactly where I can get him.
The best place to kind of pass the Viper, I think, would be down into the corner at the bottom of the hill into the bowl. I think that's probably going to be the best spot.
He gets a bit of run here, and out of this corner he gets good drive, and then you'll see here.
Yeah, catches him now. Just coming into this corner down at the bottom of this hill, I think is really going to be the only spot he's going to have a chance to send it into this corner here. But Neil's doing it.
Wife, get me a whiskey.
Neil's, could she bring me one?
Be a long way to go.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Just
Swinger's
don't put
sitting
the ice
back
in it,
here.
'cause it'll be watery by the time it gets here.
I reckon.
So back up the front, you've got Hydraulic and Parrot. Neil have just cleared out, and Packer, sorry, have cleared out from Neil. And now Swinger is on the back of Soulslayer, and Swinger is
That's
gonna
the watch. Yeah. He's got to do something here.
Swinger is gonna have to try and make a move quickly to try and get past these guys if he's got any aspirations. Oh, big wiggle there
big
from
wiggle,
Soulslayer
yeah.
out of the chicane, and just given that place to free to snow. Just got a big fishtail out of there.
Obviously, a lot of merit in putting a lot of pressure on someone, and some people fold and some people can handle it. But sooner or later, someone's going to break.
It's definitely, you can do that too when you're chasing someone. You know, it happens to me quite a bit. You know, you get the red mist on, and you excited trying to catch someone, and then you get all the way there and you make a silly mistake. This is going to be where the GTR is going to be really strong through this next section. It'll catch the Viper up through these next few corners. And let's see if Swinger can make a dive down into the corner at the bottom of the hill. Oh, just...
He won't be shy next time, I'm sure.
The Viper is just gets
takes
out
off.
of the corners.
Yeah.
Really, really well. Just leaps out of the corners.
Mind you, I reckon Swinger's obviously matching Collingwood's performance today, by the looks of it.
He's not that far behind.
He's Soul Slayer coming up on him, so
Yeah.
I'm going up the inside.
Yeah, here he comes. Here he comes. Just sticks it on the inside.
Oh.
Nicely done.
Ooh.
Taking some
feel like I
advice
need to
there
see that
from
one again.
the Arminator.
He's watched
been
the race
listening.
or two along the way.
Yeah. Just runs it a little bit wide through that Coca-Cola corner down there. I think that's Coca-Cola corner. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I don't know.
Legend of Con.
Was
But
it?
that's just allowed Neil to get a little bit of a gap there on Swinger.
What we might see on this lap is a bit of real pace from Swinger and see what he can do. Now he's got a bit of gap and a little bit of draft there too, so his times aren't what I'd expect from him. I think he'd be able to get a little bit more out of that car, but
Wrestlers down into the 56s, 56.7, and I have seen, and this is not a rumor. I have physically seen it. There are some guys out there doing 54s.
54s?
So let that sink in.
as long as it's not you, I don't mind.
Private lobbies, mate, when there's no one around to see it.
I'd done a 52 in a Tomahawk. Yeah.
Oh, we're buffering.
Oh,
No,
we-
we're good.
That's all good.
Oh, okay, good.
That's okay.
Oh, Packer's right on the back of Parody. He's giving a bit of a hard time. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure if my internet's a bit dodgy here, but hopefully everybody's catching it all right.
okay, mate.
Yeah, it's buffering quite a bit, but it seems to be okay.
All right.
It's, that's all right. We've got 5 people watching, so I don't think there's going to be too many complaints, to be honest.
Oh,
But the 3 guys out the front have just really opened up an unassailable lead. They're 7 seconds clear of Neil, and
But
Swinger sticks it down the inside of the chicane, but can't get it done. Quite get it done. He's gonna get the run.
Can we get a try the outside?
that's right, yeah.
Sure is.
Yeah.
But
We could get a little bit of a push from Sol, maybe. Passed. Now, Swinger's going to have to worry about the 2 Mercedes.
yeah,
And, he's
Good
going to
make
have
for
to try and get past this Viper as soon as he can and try and get some fresh air and see if he can swings out wide, get a bit of a run, and now the Viper just parks it there, and there's nothing he can do.
Old Neil might have been taking tips off me, mate. Old SPG taught me pretty well. And he's learned to just park it there and say, mate, thanks for
Yeah.
the bump.
oh, it's funny though,
Yeah.
because when you're racing with Neil and he'll do these little things and he's blocking you, and all you hear is this little chuckle as he knows you're trying to get past and he knows you can't do it.
Then I can just imagine what's the profanity that is coming from the inside of that GTR at this point.
Absolutely.
I could give an example, but I don't think it's fair to the viewers.
Yeah, no, it's a family show. It's
Especially with Swinger being a Collingwood supporter, we know how clean mouth those guys are.
yeah, definitely. It's a nice run through the chicane there. Let's see if his GTR's got anything for the Viper down the straight, get a nice run out of the corner, get onto the tail, and maybe he can do something into the braking zone. The Viper's just so good in a straight line. It's just so hard to get alongside it.
We've got to give Straw credit. He's just taken away with it, really, isn't he?
And
Thanks very much.
every time Swinger just draws up, the Viper's just parked on an apex, and Swinger just can't do anything about it. Gonna have to
Come on,
try.
Liz.
He's gonna have to try some different lines, I think. Try some alternative lines, because Neil's just gonna park that thing on the apex every time, and you know, it's not something you're gonna be able to get past in the middle of a corner when you've got a massive Dodge Viper sitting in your way. He's gotten a good run out of that complex now. Down into the bowl here. Can he get it done? Can he? He's heavy under the brakes.
Right spot.
Nice little
But
run
Neil
out
just
of there.
really does park it there, doesn't he?
Oh, Swinger's wide into the gravel.
Dole says, nah, I'm not close enough.
Guys up, she's checking on the guys up the front. Status quo there. You Trollic, Parrot, and Parker running nose to tail. But in this battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th is just where it's heating up right now. Got a little gap. Soul Slayer is it looked like Wrestler was going to make a dive then into the chicane, but just showed him the nose, pulled back in. So we've got 6 minutes.
Again. Wrestler's got him here too.
Big.
I reckon.
Yeah.
End of the straight. Oh no, not quite.
It's a
And
big
this is
wiggle.
this is a
wiggle
great
out of the
spot for
corner
a
by Swing.
dive though. At the end of the straight here. Like,
Yeah, if you can get beside him, there's not much you
Yeah.
can do. It's not really defendable if you can get up beside him, but just getting up beside him in the first place is very difficult. But yeah, Wrestler gets through there. Now he's going to start harassing the back of that GTR. And that might be enough for Neil to just clear off and make a little gap, give himself a little buffer. But I have to wait and see. This is where the GTR is usually pretty strong, is through this next few corners here. See if he ranges up on the back of the Viper.
where else is it strong, mate?
It's top secret, mate. I can't tell you. I'm sorry.
I'm listening.
Depends on who's driving it, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Mercedes is just equally as good through that sort of tight, twisty section there. Let's just see as Wrestlers just close the gap down quite quickly. The little Neil in that. This is 2 weeks in a row where Neil in that Viper has just it's just a
held the
rolling
pack.
roadblock.
Yeah.
There's nothing these guys can do about it. He's got a good run here. Oh, he's swapped to the outside into the chicane. Get the switch back. Oh, there's a bit of nudging.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
no. Yeah, that was a bit clumsy.
Spokes on the outside here.
Yeah. That has opened up for Wrestler nicely. Spoke around the outside of all of them. Great move.
Oh no.
It's
So we just caught the replay of that.
yeah, there was that. I mean, it was bound to happen at some point. It's, you know,
Yeah.
Swinger's done the right thing. He's redressed, but yeah, that's
He got a lot
it's
of
kind of a frustration.
yeah, he got a bit of help.
Yeah. It's frustrating when you've got a car like that. You just nothing you can do about it, and you try and put a car where a car probably shouldn't be, and two come to one, and that's what happens. But that's racing. We move on as the two Mercedes are battling it out here. We've got Wrestler and Broken Spoke just at each other's throats in these two Mercedes. Let's see what these guys can do. His wrestler's done a 56.3. Is his fastest lap. Now these guys should be able to got some clear air. They should be able to clear away from Broken Spoke and clear away from Souls and really make up some time.
So what are we thinking? 2 laps to go after this one?
So.
Yeah, roughly. Let's back up the front now. Check the guys at the front. Uthrolics second in the front. You got Parrot, and then you got a 2-second gap back to Packer, and then a 15-second gap back to Wrestler, who has been held up by. And we're gonna have to start calling him Roadworks NJS. You know, he's just the guy with the stop-go sign. He's just constantly on stop. He's one of those mobile traffic lights. You ever been stopped at one of those mobile remote traffic lights and it like stays red for like 6 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no one for the next 14 kilometres.
Yeah, and like there's no one coming, and then all of a sudden one car comes through, and it's like you're like, oh my god, that's what it was like. That's what it's like following Neil in that pipeline. He's like a remote red light.
It looks like Swinger's got in front of Neil.
Spoke's got a run on Wrestler here. He's
Yeah.
just bumping him. He's actually not trying for the spot.
He's saying, let's catch up to the other guys.
Oh, I don't think there's no. They're not going to catch up
No.
15 seconds in 2 laps.
No.
Might as well send it, Spoke.
Send it, mate.
Just send it. Get in there. You might be just waiting for the last lap.
Yeah.
Potentially. Well, I know the gentleman Spoke is. He's probably saying, well, I've only participated a few rounds, so I don't want to stuff too much up.
Nah, just send it, Spoke.
That's what I'd be doing, buddy. Got a good livery like that, you might as well do something with it.
Yeah, get it on the stream. But Spoke's close to the 56s as well. He's done a few 57.1s and a 57.2.
Parrot's caught up to Straw a little bit. Quite enough.
Last lap. Yep. Oh, is Wrestler going to get another lap? That's the question.
Yeah, he should do.
Wrestler and Spoke should get a lap. And Soul will. Not sure about Swinger.
15 seconds
and
back.
Oh, yeah, no.
Swinger and Neil might not. Yep, that's it.
Look at that. Swinger, you're the winner.
Swinger wins. First one across the line, followed by Neil. So we'll go up to the front now. Uthrolic, who has unfortunately, streaming-wise, has been caught by the action further back in this field, and we just haven't been following him.
Yeah.
But he's just driven a really clean, really precise race, and no one's had an answer for it. So it's really good to see him out in that Supra, out in the front. Just goes to show how important qualifying is for this race. And he's going to have to do it all from the rear of the field for the next race with reverse grid. So
Unless Parrot can get in front of him.
Unless Parrot can do something about it, it's not over yet.
Yeah.
He's just ranged up really, really quickly onto the back of Parrot here, coming down into the chicane. Is there anything that Parrot can do about it?
He's got it.
Right on his
He's
hammer.
got it.
He's gonna make a run down the inside. Oh, he's gonna push him. Push him around. Who's gonna get the run? That Super is really fast out of that corner.
Yeah.
Oh, the Super might just have a bit too much giddy up. That's a great last lap there by Parrot. Just really, really great driving by the both of those. That could have ended up as a disaster.
I know you'd be swearing at me, mate, if it was me. You'd be saying, Jesus, mate, you could have gave me more room.
I think they gave each other exactly the amount of room that was required there, so not a single paint width more. Wrestler with a great drive there back to 4th place, great recovery drive after an early spin. Soul Slayer with a great top 5 performance. Broken Spoke there must have had some kind of incident that we missed in those last lap, because he was right up there with Wrestler. So we'll
definitely put a smile on Soul Slayer's face there.
Definitely.
Extra spot.
And then we have DJ Swinger and Neil. Oh, Neil's gonna start from pole.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be cool.
GDR off the line compared to the Viper.
I think the Viper will definitely be taking the lead into the first corner, unless it's a rolling start, so it won't matter. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, the whole field is going to be caught behind the mobile red light. That is the is the dodge marker in the hands of Neil.
I think there might be a little bit of red mist in Mr. Swinger's head.
Oh yeah.
That one, so quite possible it could be a bit of a dive in the first hairpin. So here he goes.
He will be starting from the inside portion of the track, so
Right.
it's going to be super interesting to see.
Rolling start, he's obviously still going to be from behind, so wait and see. But what's your thoughts on the rolling starts versus grid starts this season, mate?
I've quite liked it. I think they probably should have done a rolling start for race 1 in this one as well.
Yep.
Just because the first corner here is always just like pandemonium.
Bit gnarly.
So I would have liked to have seen that. But I think it's been good. I think it's saved a lot of ruined races. There's a lot of road races have been ruined in the past with it's more of a mismatch of speed of the cars, because some cars are just really a lot faster off the line than some of the others. So it's just a speed disparity, and that catch people out. So I think overall it's been really good. I would have liked to have seen it in race 1 here, but that's okay. We can block Ferraris, I'm sure. Because I think it's gonna have to happen.
Well, there is one thing that I've found is even when it's a grid start, everyone's got different braking spots on that first corner, and obviously you got different momentum and everything else leading into it. And then I'm a very I don't like.
Yeah. No. Aren't you on comms? Oh, I just opened one of Swingers. I thought he might be on. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I just Div 2 comms, yeah, bye.
Versus the other race, and then work out your tyres and fuel and things like that. So I think it's been a really good addition for this season. I've really liked the format.
Yeah, I think it benefits those who actually jump on and have a crack through the week. Otherwise, you sort of wing it a little bit and say, oh yeah, it looks like about 26 laps, and the next minute you're under fuel and it was 27. It was like, shit, how do I make this last on 0.6 of a tank? So, but yeah, obviously it gives you a bit more of a racing brain to calculate on the run. But we're about to start here, so who are you going to jump on with here, mate?
I'd have to maybe Broken Spoke, so we can see the action between Swinger and Neil.
Like a good one to me. You there, Sugar?
Yeah.
You're back now, mate?
Yeah.
Did you start downloading interesting pictures again or not?
Oh no.
Yeah, we're We're off and racing now. The Viper's gotten a good jump there. DJ Swinger is on the inside of the track. Is he going to make a run? No, that Viper's cleared off. It is just leaped off the line. Everyone's down into there nice and cleanly. Looks like everyone's gotten through. Everyone's gotten through okay there. Packer's lost a few spots on the start, which is a bit odd for the Ferrari.
Yeah.
But it's a bit strange there. Might have got caught on the outside of turn 1 and got hung out to dry.
Yeah, there was a bit of a tap there on the back of Spoke, and he lost a bit of momentum. Parrot's come up with a 1 second penalty here.
Oh, that's going to hurt on lap 1. Penalty burn zone here is pretty brutal.
Oh yeah.
It's at one of the fastest places in the track, and you lose a lot of time. Oh, swinger, big. Oh, and that's just opened the door for Spoke, and he's just driven straight through it. He's like, thank you very much.
Let's
But
watch
Just
that
on
again.
this penalty
Swinger.
burn there, Viper, where
Yeah.
is the right spot to burn it? On the left side of the road or the right?
You got to move off the line, but you don't have to move right over to the other side of the track. As long as you're leaving enough room for the cars to get past. It's more about when you. It's more about when you're done. You burn and you rematerialize. Is the more important thing. You just don't want to rematerialize in front of someone and have them clean you up.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I ask because I know in the past I've tried to burn it on the right hand side. Then you come live and you're right in the middle of the corner and you take someone out. So
Yeah.
you know it's a really hard one to judge, but a bit of common sense, I'm sure. Soulslayer's got a bit of a run on Swinger here.
Yeah, Swinger got hip checked by Neil coming through that chicane. Neil ran a little bit deep, and Swinger tried to go through there, and they were side by side. Just a little bit of a hip check. DJ
Jeez,
Swinger
Souls.
goes deep. I think Swinger's going to be able to hold it through the inside of this Mercedes arena.
Wrestler and Packer side by side. Wrestler's just jumped up. Oh, he's dived deep now. That's allowed super. Come up the side with straw.
Hydraulic, yeah. There's a little bit of bumping and grinding going on there in the mid-pack.
Nothing wrong with a
There's,
bit of bump and grind.
hydraulic.
Bit of paint affection, I'd like to call it.
Yeah, a little bit of Juco swapping.
Yes.
It's Neil is got his mobile red light out and is just
Men at Works.
he
You
is.
should get
He's
a
got
Men at Work sticker on the back.
I tell you what, if
He's like the council worker that sits on his
Parrot's
esky.
got another 1 second penalty.
oh wow,
Know where he's picking those up? It must be through the last corner in the Mercedes arena as you come onto that little short straight before
Yep.
the Schumacher S's. I think that's probably where he's picking it up. It's, but yeah, Neil just doing a great job of holding that space. Car is so difficult to get by. But, you know, it makes the
Oh,
racing
shit.
close.
Wrestler-
Who was that?
Wrestler just max straw for a 6.
oh
yeah.
no. Alright, let's watch
Probably need to
this
have
shit
a quick
again.
look at that one. But
And Spoke got ran out into the grass there as well.
Oh, where are we? Oh, oh yeah.
That's going to take the pressure off these 3 guys in the front, because those 2 Mercedes were going to be a problem.
so was that super.
And the Super as well. Oh yeah, a little bit of late braking.
Oh, Soul's just got up on the
Souls.
inside.
Yeah, just
Nice little move,
nice
but
run
like,
there,
didn't have the
but-
momentum.
Ferrari's ranged up nice and closely there onto the back of Souls. It's like Neil is just like, oh, Souls just stuffed it down the inside. Oh, no!
Packer.
Packer's
Packer.
gone further inside and just
He's
maybe
readdressing.
maybe he just didn't think Souls was going to dive in there. Oh, Swinger goes wide out into the gravel. And that's cleared the way for Parrot and Utrolic. And with the speed of that Supra, you would expect that those two guys could range up onto the back of Swinger and Neil as they mosey along at Dodge Viper pace.
Yeah, well, I don't think Swinger would be too happy at his fastest lap at 2 minutes. I think he's got a little bit more in him.
It's going to be interesting here. We might now just have a quick run through the field as well, because we've got a couple of different tyre strategies going on here. And this is going to make Swinger even more frustrated, because Neil is on the medium tyre.
Oh, that's a huge disadvantage for Swinger who's trying to actually get around.
Yeah. That's a smart move.
Neil on the medium, Swinger on the soft, Parrot on the medium, Utrolic on the soft, Broken Spoke on mediums, Wrestler on mediums, Souls on soft, Packer on soft. But yeah, the fact that Swinger has not been able to get around that Viper, even while on the soft tyre, that's going to be causing some frustration. Gonna have to get it done the next couple of laps.
Here he
goes down the outside. Neil covers the inside nicely, but the soft tyre has got the grip. Has he got the drive? He's got the inside coming into the Schumacher S's. The advantage of the soft tyre, and he's got it done. Yeah. And now he's gonna have to really make haste and get out there, and we should see some. Be very surprised if we don't see some very, very quick laps.
Be back in 2 seconds, guys.
From a couple of very quick laps here from Swinger now that he's cleared the air from Neil. We've got Swinger, Neil, Parrot, as Parrot goes around the outside through the chicane, as Neil just goes a little bit too deep. He's got the run around the inside. Utrolic has also got a nice run out of that corner. Can Parrot and Utrolic work together to get past this Viper? Super has got some very, very good straight line speed, but that Viper just pulls out. Great braking down into there. Those Parrots whoops around, but Utrolic has gotten both of them. Neil's got a big wiggle.
I don't know if you got a bit of a helping hand then. Maybe. Not sure.
Yeah, I thought that they were clear when he wiggled, but it might not have been. It'll be an interesting one to go back and watch a replay on.
Yeah, I think we did see it in the stream.
Utrolic has come from the back and he's already up into second place. So he has definitely been the mover in the field. Picked up 7 places in 4 laps, which is a great effort. But now he's got to try and catch the GTR. Little 2-second gap,
yeah.
To Swinger. It's the soft tyre I found in practice this week, I found that the soft tyre initially loses its really fast pace in the first sort of 5 or 6 laps, but after that it kind of levels out and it's kind of pretty consistent all the way to the end of the tyre. So
okay,
it's not. Well, at least in the car I'm driving, I'm not sure about other cars, but it seems to be a quite consistent tyre when it's worn. but it does lose its initial speed, you know, quite quickly. Like you can go from doing 56s to 58s pretty quickly, but then it'll stay at that kind of pace, you know, all the way through to the end of the tyre almost.
Yeah, right.
This is going to be interesting. Race 2 strategy is going to be very, very dependent, I think, on where you start on the grid. As we've seen here, Swinger started on soft, got delayed a little bit by Neil, but now that he's clear, he's got the bit between his teeth, and the only guy that's catching him is Straw in that Supra, who's also on softs.
But you got to remember, you got Parrot right behind Straw, just on medium still.
Yeah, if Parrot can hang on to the back of Straw here for a few more laps, he's gonna take the advantage. But it just depends on what these medium runners are gonna do. Are they gonna? There's a couple of different ways you can do this. Like you could split it down the middle and go medium, or do you reckon they're gonna run a couple of extra longer laps and then stop the softs?
Yeah, if it was me, I'd probably run a bit longer as long as I'm keeping a consistent time. And then probably jump on some softs just to come for a rush home at the end. But if you're not going to get the time out of the softs, you're probably better off just doing your medium. But I honestly haven't done the longer race this week, so I wouldn't have a clue. I think I'm up to about 15 laps now after that 5 laps earlier. So let's just see what we do. What's your strategy for tonight, Viper?
Top secret, I'm afraid, mate.
I'm sorry,
like
viewers. He doesn't want to let the viewers know out there. Obviously,
I honestly think it really is going to depend on your grid position.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
Like I think if you're starting at the back of the field, then you've got a couple of options. I think, but if you're starting at the front, I think you really have to run the soft tyre at the start, you know, and take advantage of your grid position. But
yeah, I'm probably a fan of mediums and softs because you get lighter fuel load and you can really make use of your softs.
Yeah, I think so. And I think if you're going to run mediums, you definitely want to run them at the start. I think. I don't think you would run softs and then run mediums at the end. That doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. But Packer with a 56.8 on fire in that Ferrari. It's got some pace on.
Saying that though, he's up to lap 6 and he's back to a 57.58. So, you know, can't lose a bit of wear. And he is a tyre whisperer of all people. We know what Packer can be like.
Picked up a half-second penalty.
Surprised to see Soul Slayer on the soft tyre. Out of anyone, I thought he would have
gone conservative.
He would have been keen to run on the mediums for as long as he could.
He's chucking it out there, mate. Out of his comfort zone, having a crack. Good on him. I reckon it's good to see. Like you know as well as I do, we normally have a run with Soul Slayer normally in Div 3, but he qualified really well with a circuit experience time.
Yeah, I think the Monza really, he really likes Monza, and he did really well there in the circuit experience time. But we've only got a couple of, we got this round and one more.
One more, yeah.
Yeah, this round and one more, and then the mid-season shake-up will happen, and then we'll see where everyone's racing for the last 4 rounds.
This is where I envision I'll see you up here, Viper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think all 3 of the people in the studio this week will probably be going up.
Although
I think,
we're only going to have 2 divisions anyway, aren't we?
2 divisions, so we'll definitely be in Div 2.
I reckon he'll be Div 1.
Well, that Packer's just got a nice little move on the outside of the soles, but he's going to have that half-second penalty that's going to hurt him again. Yeah, well, I think who moves up to Div 1 and who comes down, like it's obviously based off the times throughout the season and a bit of a historical data, so it'll be quite interesting to see where everyone plans out.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a couple of guys in this lobby here that will be troubling the Div 1 boys.
Yeah, for sure.
But
saying that, you said there was a couple of freaks doing 54s, so
yeah,
sorry, I shouldn't call you freaks, but
there's
know.
always those guys, and like we know who they are.
Sorry, potato manics.
There's no secret Zuzu and ex-potato maniacs. So like we've seen those times. So there's a few guys doing alien times around here, and those guys are definitely going to be tough to come to terms with. But Swinger finished in the top 3 in Div 1 last season, so he's no slouch. And
nah, exactly right.
Racing's racing. You never know what happens at any given day. So
yeah. At the end of the day, I think there's a lot of talent within the groups. Everyone knows each other, how they race too, so it actually makes it a little bit more enjoyable that you can have a really clean race, which is good. There's only the odd stuff up when Sugar runs into you every now and then, but that's alright.
or when someone yeets it down the grass at Suzuka.
I don't know who does that. Is that long ago? I can't remember.
Oh, on the last lap. So those medium tyres are definitely taken over ascendancy there between Parrot and Uthrolic.
Neil's got a 1.5 second penalty too.
Whoa. That's a big penalty.
Now we're going to see anyone stop a lap early and chuck the mediums on. Because you see, like, Swingers' times are still the same, are roughly the same as Parrot's times. So, worn softs and worn mediums, there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of disparity in the lap time. So it's going to be a really tricky choice. But
I think it's a bit of confidence too. I know if I look at my tyres and they look like Parrots in comparison to looking at Swingers, I think to myself, yeah, well I can do that move. I can push that a little bit harder. So, but saying that, I understand what you mean. The times aren't wavering too much, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's not a huge disparity between what the time Swinger's doing on his worn softs and the time that Parrot's doing on his mediums. This lap may be a little bit different as Parrot goes 2.5 tenths PB into sector 1, so he's definitely got those mediums warmed up. And the medium tyre does take quite a few laps to get. Well, I found it anyway. It does take quite a few laps to get warmed up.
Yep,
so,
3 laps.
Yeah.
Lap 3, lap 4. I think you start to feel the grip coming on a bit more.
He's definitely catching up to Swinger now. It's definitely closing the gap. So this last lap, definitely been a bit of a change of the guard between the pace and the tyres. So this is obviously where the changeover is around lap 10. So who are we gonna see come into the pits? You would assume that Parrot is probably gonna continue to run along again, considering he's going faster this lap than he has all race. Swinger dives to the pits, splitting the race in half. As he runs down into the pit lane, have to keep an eye on. Uthrolic goes around again on those softs. That's going to be interesting to see where he comes out in relation to to Swinger, because Swinger's going to be on softs with low fuel. He might clear Uthrolic quite easily in this lap. I'm going to see who else is kind of heading towards pit lane. Neil goes around. Where's Packer? Packer's back around again on the softs. It's Wrestler. Wrestler's on the mediums. Swinger comes out of the pit lane in just behind Wrestler in 6th place, ahead of Souls, who is definitely wearing the softs down to the canvas. That is for sure. Spoke is going around on those mediums in that Mercedes. This extra lap might really cost you Trollic. He's done a 2-minute and a 1:59 the last 2 laps. So
A bit of a killer.
Yeah, you would assume that this lap is going to be something similar to that, and that is really going to put the advantage to DJ Swinger when he comes around to pit. If Swinger's doing a really nice out lap, he should be able to clear Uthrolic and have a nice little gap there, and then it'll just be a matter of where Parrot's gonna pop out when he pits. But it's all going to be about the out lap. So we'd expect to see the rest of the soft runners coming in now. Yep, Packer's coming in. Wrestler will be around again. The Swinger is coming through the chicane now. Just coming onto the main straight. See where Uthrolic's just started to put fuel in now. He's still putting fuel in. Yeah, that extra lap has cost him huge.
Also interesting to see that Swinger's made up nearly half a second on Parrot on that lap too.
Yeah, the fresh sauce.
Parrot's got to be mindful of what's going on behind him at the same time.
I can't remember if Parrot's a VR driver or not. I'm not sure. But this is the big disadvantage that the VR guys have. You don't get gaps. You don't get time gaps.
Yeah.
In VR, so you can't tell what the pit deltas are going to be, or you haven't got that live timing that you can see that where you might go into the pits a lap earlier, because the guy's closing a gap. You might want to run a bit longer because you've opened up a gap. Yeah, so that.
Swinger's got his sandbags out now, mate. He's up 0.120 on purple at the moment.
He's got some clean air and some angry feelings, and he's gonna make that GTR sing. So he's up to the back of Wrestler already.
200ths of a second up on the fastest lap. And Wrestler might get in the way and mess up his lap a little bit here. You never know.
Yeah, I think the medium guys are gonna have to start coming in very, very soon. Yep, Neil's in. Yep, Wrestler's in. That's gonna clear the way for Swinger. And now, it's gonna be tight. 28 seconds. It's about a 30-second pit here.
So when Swinger came out, he was 29.5 seconds behind Parrot.
It's 3.5 seconds in that one lap that he's picked up.
2 laps, mate. Yeah.
2 laps. Sorry. Let's see.
Parrot must be having a shocking time. I know it's hard to tell when this time gap too, because when they get up to that part of the track, it'll be a bit different. But
Swinger
another
goes
purple
sector again.
Parrot's doing 158, so he's like 2 seconds a lap nearly.
I think Swinger's going to jump him, and then it's going to be a
Oh,
fight.
well and truly.
So it's going to be a fight for on the newer, fresher tyre versus the worn tyre.
Nearly feel like typing in there, pit Parrot pit. There's no way he can do the fuel, so he's got a pit.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got a pit. He won't be stationary for as long as Swinger was fuel-wise. But
he got the wall.
Oh, he might. Oh, I hope not. That'll be a 3-second penalty.
He nearly did. He didn't quite hit it.
Just get on board with Swinger now, and we'll see where he is. He's coming through the chicane now. Keep an eye on Parrot.
I'll keep an eye on Parrot. Just pulling in the bay now. Tyres are going on now.
Coming round the corner onto the main straight.
Fuel's going in. Fuel's going in.
So he's done a 56.4. That's the fastest lap of the race.
Fuel has been
down
released.
The main straight. And he's
Parrot.
cleared him. Lead him by 2 seconds.
2 seconds, and then saying that, we have Swinger that is on what, three lap old softs now.
Yep.
So see what he can do with 2 seconds and maybe younger tyres. So
I think maybe a lap too long on those mediums for Parrot.
Sure, you're right.
And Utrolic definitely has gone a lap too long on his softs because he's dropped back to 5.5 seconds behind Parrot, and he's doing purple sectors and driving really quickly, but he also did 3 laps in the 2-minute range, so that's really put paid to his challenges for this back-to-back victory. Still a great effort. He's up into a podium position from the rear of the field, so he's doing really well. I just have to see if Parrot has anything to say at the conclusion of the race. Still, it's 13 minutes to go, so still a lot of racing left to do.
Back in the pack, we've got Packer having a run with Men at Work.
The rolling red light.
Get a complex if he listens back too many times, but we love you, Neil. We really do. And you're a big bugger too, so we don't want to give you too much shit.
Then we've got Wrestlers come out of the pits in 6th. Souls is on 7th. And Broken Spoke is back in 8th, having a lonely old race there by himself. The gap stayed at around about the 2-second mark. Seems like the GTR has got better pace through the middle sector, and it looks like the Lexus has got a little bit of legs through sector 1 and sector 2. So see if that changes once the tyres start to get a bit more wear on them. Let's see if this Utrolic's doing here. He's doing 57.5, 57.8. Swingers 57.3. I have to wait and see what Parrot's outlap is going to be, but he's pulled it back half a second through that sector, and even more so through there. He's gone 1.5 tenths purple, so he's got the bit between his teeth. Parrot in that Lexus.
And I'll give him credit where it's due, and I hope doesn't put the moz on him, but he's sort of bloke, once he gets himself dialed in, he can really punch out some really quick laps all the time too. So was on him, man.
Holding that nice slide there through the last turn.
Oh,
It's half a
155.
second purple. Wow. It's a 50. That's an 55.9 in the first flying lap. That's the first 55 we've seen in this lobby. That is a very, very rapid time. And now
Marbles.
the fight is on. Can Swinger learn from Neil? He spent enough time behind him. He should know to put the car to slow down this Lexus. But Parrot is just on an absolute tear with the fresh tyres and low fuel. This is like, yeah, the GTR's strength is kind of through this section. But Parrot's just eating up the gap. Oh, hold on to it, Parrot!
I think he's definitely been a bit harsh there, but
Yeah.
it's within the rules. But
That
how many
was-
times do you want to move?
It's definitely some shenanigans going on between these two.
I know if I was in this division, I'd nearly have to put on the front of the car because I haven't hit you yet. And that would be a comment to the answer to his little phrase on the back of his car.
Yes. Oh, Parrot runs a little wide, gets a bit of dirty tyre. Is that going to affect him into the chicane? I'll have to wait and see now as he comes down into the braking zone. Lexus seems to be very, very strong through this last chicane. Just seems to eat up the gap. Swinger pulls out a little time. Lexus is nice and smooth through that last corner. Now, drag race. Who's got the power?
Lexus might have him, but Swinger won't give him an easy line there, that's for sure.
Yeah, just, man, if you're going to go round, you're going to have to go round
That's
the long
a
way.
spirit. Nice.
Yep. Forced him to brake late. Made a mistake. And Parrot sails on past.
And was there a replay for that Swinger? See if there was a slight touch in the middle of that.
Might have missed it by now, but let's have a look.
think
I
it
don't
looks pretty
think there
clean.
was. It did look pretty clean. No, we did have it on stream. It did. No, we've missed
Oh,
it.
okay.
But I had it on stream. It looked
Yeah.
pretty clean.
It did look, yeah. I think he
You
he's
dive too
just-
deep.
yeah, I think he's just too late on the brakes and just Parrot just was able to get the under over, so to get the switch back. And if there was contact, they were side by side when it happened. So you know,
Yeah.
I think
Race on.
yes, absolutely.
That was the whole leaving you hanging out to dry thing.
Sometimes you know how to do that, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I'm still
Still
still on
learning.
page 1.
Yeah,
I think you got about page 1.2 at the moment.
yeah. I think
You
you,
get
yeah,
better.
you're almost through the first chapter now.
Right.
But
He's
I
opening
think
up
if
the
we were
gap.
going to give an award out for most improved driver this season, I think it'd go to Sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you've come a long way, mate.
Like, yeah,
That's
from
for
where you
sure.
were last season to this season is just night and day. So, congratulations, mate.
Oh, thank you very
you've
much.
Definitely improved out of sight. You know, in between last season and this season.
Voted
good to
by
see.
your peers unofficially.
Yeah. It's like an Academy
Yeah.
Award.
Oh,
I'll
mate,
take it.
If
You
you
love
ask me to
me.
repeat it, I won't.
Well, one thing that we've got to teach you next is hand signals, mate. Okay?
Hello?
Mate, we're in the middle of a stream. Please leave.
Not sure who that was.
Who was that?
But
It's a bloke who wants me to race an endurance race.
okay. Well,
All right.
hello, Porsche 21, and goodbye, Porsche 21. We will see you again
Another time.
sometime soon. So,
Yeah.
it's yeah. Is this this race kind of moves into the later stages now. Parrot.
We've got Wrestler right on the back of Neil.
Oh, is he gonna be able to get past within like the next 8 laps? Who knows? But Parrot's got that that Lexus absolutely honking. Done a 55.9 and then a 56.6. He's definitely been on fire. As we've had ROS Fairzip just pop in for a bit of sticky pig.
I think it was noted in the stream that this lobby's actually called wheel to wheel practice. So
yes,
there's been a bit of confusion.
I did see that. Might be a bit of a naming conflict there. It's the Div boys, or Div 1 boys, trying to get in some early practice before their race. It's one of our Div 1 drivers there in ROZ Fairzip. He's been doing pretty well this season. It's he's definitely up there with the really fast boys, so it's good to see some international flavour soaking into wheel to wheel. We like to see that.
And I think if there's anyone looking for another stream, I think Parrot's actually doing a stream with Wrestler of the Div 1 races coming up. Much to our disgust, because we thought we might get one in Div 3, but Parrot's choice. I said, you choose 1 or 3, and he said, oh, we'll give Div 1 some love, so, which is cool, because there's some really good guys registered for this week's race, so...
Yeah, it should be a good race.
Should be able to have a bit of a battle. But thanks to those guys who put a bit of time aside to do the streaming and that each week, and put their hands up to make it all work, so...
Yeah, I did get a bit of a message from our illustrious leader the other week to say that hopefully very soon we'll be going back to some official wheel-to-wheel streaming. And hopefully that happens. But in the meantime, we'll do these little mini.
What are they called? Bootlegs.
Bootleg streams, which gives everyone a chance to catch up on the racing and see their favourite drivers. We had 10 people tuned in a second ago. Now we've got 9, so someone left.
Pull your cousins up, Shug.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 10 people watching it live is pretty good for a bootleg. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you look at them a week later and there's been 45 to 70 sort of views, so there's more than just us guys having a squeeze.
Oh, well, then maybe I should say right here, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's it. If you want to catch up on the bootleg streams, give Sugar's page a like and subscribe. And
I think I only need about
you got a
another
Patreon?
980 subscribers, and I might be able to monetize. Was it 980,000? I don't know how many you need.
Is there?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a part of this track that kind of looks like a ball sack. I'm gonna get Manscaped on board. The Mercedes Arena is kind of that kind of shape. So
That's the one.
if you're out there, Lawnmower 3.0, we won't say no.
All depends how creative your mind is, mate. I could say a few different things about this track, but...
There is a phallic section that is 100% for sure. But it looks like...
Parrot's just pulled away. 10
gapped,
seconds clear now.
Those tyres now
But look at
really...
Straw coming up on Swinger. 1.5 seconds, and we can see what the tyre difference is. We won't say it at home, but I would say that Straw could probably catch there very quick and possible to get up into second place yet.
Yeah, we've got 20 seconds left,
Get
so
there.
they're gonna get one more lap by the looks of it.
Close.
I don't know if they're going to make it. They're not going to make it to the end of this lap. This is their final lap, I think. Yeah, Parrot probably will.
Just wait. 8, 9. No, there it's clicked over.
Yeah.
Saved by the bell, Swinger.
So it's
Saved by the bell.
another one of those races where
Another victory.
first place
The
gets
Swinger,
an extra
first
lap.
one across the line.
Ooh, very, very lucky. Great drive by Parrot,
Well
just
done.
smashing it up front there.
Yeah.
Great strategy. Strategy with everything there, mate. And good consistent drive, like
I think, yeah, that
Packer in
just
course.
55.9 was just, it just allowed him to just eat up that gap. Oh,
Man at work got through just before Wrestler.
yeah, see, I told ya.
Yeah, nicely done.
The red light out. Wrestler didn't have anywhere near enough laps to get past him.
Yeah.
Soul Slayer in 7th.
Parrot out for the victory lap.
Still got Spoke there.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of
Follow.
moments back there earlier in the piece. So
Follow Parrot around, see if he puts on a show. Should just be like stopping and doing donuts and
I don't know what he's doing.
stop in the last corner and do some doughies, mate. It's all sewn up. Everyone else is done.
Parrot just really does get his own little victory lap.
It's a great job here by Parrot. Is this his first win for the season?
I think it may be.
I think it might be his first win for the
He's
season.
had some podiums, but I don't think he's actually got the win.
Yeah, well
Nice
done,
drive
Parrot.
here in the Jim Beam Lexus.
Excellent drive, mate.
There
Well done.
might be a few Jim Beams going down after this victory.
And if you watch the next stream, he
57,
might not shut up about it. We'll see.
Yeah, well, tune into the Div 1 stream to hear
All about Parrot.
Yeah.
That'll be actually a good stream to listen to.
We'll cover that logo on the back
Yeah.
of his on the back of his race suit there, because we're not allowed to have those. That's naughty. So
If you click the X button quickly, you don't see it very much.
I think we did actually. I did do that, so
Yeah.
nobody got to see it. Now
very
I feel
good,
like I
very
should have
good.
watched it.
it's a bootleg stream. It's alright. We're allowed
Right,
to do
yeah.
things. It's fine.
Oh,
But,
gentlemen.
congratulations.
awesome.
Congratulations to the guys. Congratulations to Parrot and
Yeah.
Swinger there with a nice podium. And Utrolic as well, coming from the back of the pack. Probably the drive of the day there. Coming from the back of the pack to third. So, great effort.
Yeah, great effort.
Really, that would really help his points for the division. But
So next week is which race, mate? I think we've got an endurance race, haven't we? A Super Enduro?
Super Enduro.
Are you sure it's an endurance race?
No, I don't think. Is it in? Yeah, I mentioned endurance. I don't know if it's a super enduro. Is it a 60-minute or 90-minute?
Is that 90-minute Super Enduro?
90-minute, I reckon.
90 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, nice.
We'll find
Do you
out
know
tomorrow
which
night when the
track?
announcement comes out. I do know the track. Where is it? It is Fuji.
Fuji Speedway.
Yeah,
Be fun.
Fuji. It's the
Very,
Fuji
very
short
nice.
course. So
Really?
is that the one
For an
without
endurance
the?
track?
Looks that way.
Short course?
That's what it says in the
Yeah,
calendar.
that's the one without the little chicane
Yeah.
It'll
down
be
at
like
the back.
300 laps.
Yeah.
No, the short course just deletes that little switchback
Yeah.
chicane down the bottom of the.
Yeah,
Which
right.
is great. You know how
Straight.
much. You know how much I hate those hairpins. It's close enough to a hairpin for me.
Yeah, it's like, to me, that's like racing at Monza without the chicanes. It's like cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuji, mate, put the chicane in, leave it in. It's meant to be there. It's not like we're driving Formula 1 cars or Group 1 cars. Like,
Exactly right.
but anyway,
Yeah.
it'll still be a lot of fun. But yeah, there can be weather there, and it's a tricky track. I'll tell you who is going to be hard to get by there is the rolling roadblock that is the Viper. That long front straight.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
You
definitely
get past
will be.
him. Get past him on the last few corners, and then he'll just he'll take you
Yeah,
again.
wave bye-bye.
Yeah, on the straight.
It's going to be a great race. But thank you for joining us again here on Wheel to Wheel. and we enjoy bringing this to you every week. And we'll be back next week. So thank you guys.
All right.
Many
We'll
thanks,
see
mate.
you at Fuji.